Hello my dear students, in my today's video we are going to learn about the role of solvent in SN1 and SN2 reactions. We learned about this fact in our previous video, that is polar protic solvent favor SN1 reaction and polar aprotic solvent favor SN2 reaction. But we did not learn in details about it. Means, why polar protic solvent favor SN1 reaction? Why polar aprotic solvent favor SN2 reaction? So, my dear student, today we are going to learn in details about it. So, before going to learn this fact, you should know, first of all, what are the types of solvent? What is the meaning of solvation? Then we will learn what is the cause of it. Means, why polar protic solvent favor SN1 reactions and why polar aprotic solvent favor SN2 reactions. First of all, we will learn the type of solvent. What is the meaning of polar protic? What is the meaning of polar aprotic? First we have to learn. Then only we can understand about this fact. Alright, let us go ahead now. So, first, we learn types of solvent. So, any reactions is carried out in a particular medium, that is solvent. Alright, now what are the different type of solvent? Solvent mainly divided into polar solvent and non-polar solvent. So, solvent divided into polar and non-polar based on its net dipole moment. If the net dipole moment of a solvent molecule, dipole moment is represented by mu, is not equal to 0. Once again I am telling, if net dipole moment of a solvent molecule is not equal to 0, then we will say that is polar solvent. Alright? If net dipole moment of a solvent molecule is equal to 0, then those solvent molecule we will say non-polar molecule. Alright? So, we will discuss about the different type of polar solvent. Just let me give an example of the polar solvent. Frequently we will discuss, that is water. Water is a polar solvent. Alcohol is polar solvent. Non-polar solvents are what? Benzene. Example of non-polar solvent, benzene, carbon tetrachloride. Many organic solvents are generally non-polar solvent. Alright. Now, our focus point is the polar solvent. Polar solvents are mainly divided into protic and aprotic. Polar protic and polar aprotic. So what is the difference between the polar protic and polar aprotic solvent? Let us try to understand. So, what is protic solvent? It is polar only. Polar is divided into two, protic and aprotic. So, what is protic solvent? A protic solvent is one that has a hydrogen atom attached to a strongly electronegative element such as fluorine, oxygen and nitrogen. As we know, FON, you remember FON, fluorine, oxygen and nitrogen form strongly electronegative element and generally they have small size. So, generally in protic solvent, hydrogen atom must attach to the highly electronegative element. That form you remember. Now, what are the examples of protic solvents? Protic solvents, water. Water is a protic solvent. Water is a protic solvent. You see why water is a protic solvent? See, this hydrogen attached to most electronegative element oxygen. Alcohol is a protic solvent. Alcohol. See, in alcohol, this hydrogen attached to electronegative element oxygen. Similarly, this is also alcohol, that is ethyl alcohol, this is methyl alcohol, methanol and ethanol, and this is acid. What is that acid? Formic acid or methanoic acid. If you see here, this you see methanoic acid, HCOOH. See, this hydrogen is attached to most electronegative oxygen. Similarly, acetic acid. Acetic acid also, this hydrogen will be attached to oxygen. Then see amine. Amine RNH2. See, in amine, these hydrogens are attached to electronegative element nitrogen. Similarly, ammonia. So these all solvents are protic solvent. They are polar, but they are protic solvent because it is protic. You see the term, the protic is somewhat related to proton, is hydrogen. Alright. So they are strongly electronegative element form. These hydrogen atoms are attached and they can form hydrogen bond. They are capable of forming hydrogen bond. That is why they are called protic solvent. They are polar and protic. Have you understood? Okay. Next. Next is aprotic solvent. So what is the meaning of aprotic solvent? Aprotic solvents are those solvents whose molecules do not have a hydrogen atom that is attached to an atom of strongly electronegative element like fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen. Now what are the examples? Let us see the example. The example you see acetone. See, acetone, this is a polar. It has got two opposite poles. This is negative pole, this is positive pole. But this is two opposite pole, negative, positive. But this is aprotic solvent. Why it is aprotic? Because if you see here, these hydrogens are attached to carbon. Carbon is not highly electronegative as compared to Fon means fluorine, oxygen and nitrogen. Alright. So acetone is a aprotic solvent. Similarly, dimethyl acetamide. What is acetamide? What is acetamide? Acetamide is CH3CONH2. This is acetamide. This is the amide. And in this acetamide, these two hydrogens are replaced by two methyl group. That is why this dimethyl acetamide, DMA. So another example, dimethyl sulfoxide. In short form, it is written DMSO. This is, instead of carbon, here sulfur is there, two methyl groups. So this dimethyl sulfoxide. Tetrahydrofuran. From furan, that is tetrahydrofuran. Furan structure is like that. Then it is tetrahydrofuran. This is also a aprotic solvents. There are many examples. I have taken a few examples here. So my dear students, what we have learned? Polar solvent mainly divided into two. That is polar protic and polar aprotic solvents. Alright. Now, polar protic solvent favor SN1 reactions. This is the fact. Polar protic solvent favors SN1 reaction. Now why? Why is it so? Let us try to understand. First you read the slide, then we'll discuss about it. We'll explain. What is the reason of it? Polar protic solvent can solvate both cations and anions. The use of polar protic solvent greatly increases the rate of ionization of an alkyl halide in any SN1 reaction because of its ability to solvate both cations and anions. In SN1 mechanism, the rate determining step, this is the slowest step, is this Rx gets dissociated in the alkyl halide, get dissociated to its carbocation and halide ion. Now if both these ions R plus and X minus are stabilized by solvation, I will tell the meaning of solvation, which helps in shifting the equilibrium towards forward directions, and due to stabilization of both the ions, it leads to the rate of reaction in the faster rate. In SN1 reactions, both carbocations and halide ions are stabilized by solvation in polar protic solvent that I will show in the next slide. Now, first what is written here, my dear students, you see, a very important key sentence is what? That polar protic solvent can solvate both cations and anions. Polar protic solvent can solvate both cation as well as anion. This is the key sentence, important sentence. This is one important characteristics of protic solvent. They can solvate both cations and anions. So solvate, what is the meaning of the term solvate? Solvation. Solvation, what is the meaning of solvation? Solvation means solvent, this is the interaction between solvent molecule with solid particles present in solutions. Clear? So, solvation and solvent. The process is solvation. You will say the solvent. Okay? Now, the use of polar protic solvent greatly increase the rate of ionization of an alkyl halide in SN1 reaction. Now, why is it so? You see, we have learned the mechanism of SN1. First step is what? This is the first slow step, and this is RDS. RDS means rate determining step. As we have learned in SN1 mechanism, this slow step, that is formation of carbocation, is the rate determining step. How fast the product will form by SN1 mechanism depends on the stability of carbocation. That is why it is called rate determining step. Rate is determined by this step. Clear? Now, if both these ions, this is a cation, this is anion, this is halide ion, both these ions, cation and anions, are stabilized by solvation. By solvation, the protic solvent. Now, how solvation take place? Let me show you. See, this is cation, R plus, this is cation. Now, water molecule, you see, this is water molecule always, it is polar, this is partially positive and this is partially negative. Due to electronegativity difference, oxygen develop partial negative charge and hydrogen develop partial positive charge. Here you see this is del minus, delta plus, delta plus, delta minus, delta plus, delta plus, delta minus. See? So these water molecules are polar protic solvent. Now this is a positively charged carbocation, there will be attraction. There will be attraction between this negatively charged oxygen atom and the cation. Okay, this is one sort of electrostatic force of attraction. We will say it is an ion dipole interaction. That is the dipole. This is ion. All right. Similarly, here you see the halide ion, X minus ion. Here it is delta minus, delta plus, delta plus, delta minus. See, here, this side, this halide ion, this is the negative ion anion, there is a sort of attraction between, this is X plus and X minus. So, this attraction is called solvation. Both cation and anions are solvated by polar protic solvent water. The same process exactly happened in case of, you can take a simple example when you put some sodium chloride crystal in water. What will happen? Same process will take place here. Na plus ions will be solvated by water, and similarly Cl minus ions will be solvated by water. That is why it is easily gets dissolved. Sodium chloride in a polar protic solvent. You can compare it. Now, our main point, you see, both cation and anions are solvated. So reactions move towards forward directions. Carbocation is stabilized as well as halide ion is stabilized. It is the reason that polar protic solvent always favor SN1 reaction. Is it clear, my dear students? Alright? Okay. Now, the second fact. The polar aprotic solvent always favor SN2 reaction. Now, why is it so? What is the reason? Polar aprotic solvent can solvate only cation, but they cannot solvate anion. This is the main important key sentence. Polar aprotic solvent can solvate only cation, not anion, only cation. It cannot solvate anion. Alright, if you take an example of SN2 reactions, the one nucleophilic substitution reaction which is carried out, suppose methyl bromide with sodium hydroxide, then methanol and sodium bromide. This is carried out, proceed with the SN2 mechanism. Now, polar protic solvent, for example, DMSO. DMSO is what? This is DMSO, dimethyl sulfoxide. This can solvate Na plus ions, but not solvate OH minus. It cannot solvate the OH minus ion. Actually, OH minus ion, you see here, this is OH minus ion. Here it is sodium hydroxide must get dissociated to Na plus ion and OH minus ion. See, my dear student, polar solvent, in polar solvent, any ionic compound get dissociated in polar solvent. Aprotic and protic both are polar. Protic and aprotic both are polar solvents. So dissociation takes place, but after this dissociation, main important thing is that the stability of the anion. In previous case, both cation and anions are stabilized. Yeah. Now here, what is the flame? Sodium hydroxide will obviously get dissociated because it takes place, it carried out in polar medium. Now in aprotic, since it is aprotic, and what is the characteristic of the aprotic solvent? Aprotic solvent can solvate only cation. So Aprotic solvent will solvate Na plus ion, not OH minus ion. OH minus ion is completely free. Have you understood? Aprotic solvent does not restrict the OH minus ion to attack the. Here exactly what happened, these OH minus ions will attack the substrate, then only we will get the product, leaving group will leaves. Could you follow what I am telling? Yes? Just now, let me show you. See, what happened exactly? See, this is the nucleophile OH minus ions. This will only attack the substrate, then leaving group will leaves. Transition state we know. This is bond formation, this is bond breaking. Then only we get the product. This is the product methanol and leaving groups. Now, what happened in polar aprotic solvent? This OH minus is not restricted, not bound by the aprotic solvent. It is not. But if you will carry out, what happens exactly? What is the problem of carrying out this reaction in protic solvent? In protic solvent, these anions also will be solvated. So these anions will be tightly held by the solvent. Anion means this is the nucleophile. This is the nucleophile. This nucleophile will be tightly held by the solvent due to solvation. So it will be restricted. It will be restricted to attack. It will not allow. It will not be free. OH minus ion will not be free to attack on the substrate. Have you understood? That is why in aprotic solvent, this is favorable. What is favorable? SN2 reaction is favorable in aprotic solvent, because in aprotic solvent this nucleophile is not solvated. Nucleophile is not solvated, but in protic solvent this will be solvated. Is it clear? See, so polar protic solvent, for example DMSO, can solvate Na plus ions, but not solvate OH minus ion, which acts as a nucleophile. OH minus ion is a nucleophile, and therefore OH minus ion can move freely and can attack the substrate, which facilitates the formation product in a faster rate. Clear? See this. Just I am showing this is the representation, the solvation of Na plus ion by polar protic solvent. See, this is DMSO. This is DMSO. You see here. This is negative N. This is positive N. Is this? Okay. This is positive. This is negative. Negative, positive, negative, positive. So Na plus ions is an attraction with O minus. This is negative, this is negative. Yeah. Alright. Now question is that why here delta plus positive is there? Why OH minus ion, like protic solvent, why OH minus ions are not attracted by this positive N of the polar aprotic solvent? It is suppose I am taking a DMS. What is the reason, my dear student? Always remember, in the next slide I am showing here, you see what is the reason why polar aprotic solvent cannot solvate anion. We have learned that it cannot solvate anion, but why? Because in polar aprotic solvent, positive charge remains hidden due to the presence of bulkier group around it. See, this is always in polar aprotic solvent, this is exposed, always negative N is exposed. Negative N is exposed, but positive N is hidden. This is hidden. This is I have written here, This is hidden. You see, this is hidden charge. This is hidden charge. This is exposed because of these two bulkier group. All right. It is why since the negative end is exposed, in this case, that is why always in polar aprotic solvent, cations are solvated. Cations are solvated, not anion, because the positive charge is hidden because of this. This is the reason. Now, what happens if we use polar protic solvent in SN2? Just now I explained. If we use suppose polar protic solvent in SN2 mechanism, what will happen? What will happen if we use polar protic solvent? The anion, OH minus ion, which acts as a nucleophile, will also get solvated due to hydrogen bonding. So, OH minus ions cannot move freely and hence OH minus get restricted from the attack of substrate in SN2 reactions. So, here you see, here the hydrogen negative ion, there will be hydrogen bonding with this. Yes. During solvation means, as I said, attraction, it may be electrostatic force, it may be ion dipole interaction, it may be hydrogen bonding, yes. This is a kind of attraction. Solvation means kind of attraction between solvent and solute particles present in a solution. So here, the OH minus ions is restricted. Water molecule is not allowing the OH minus ion to attack. Have you understood? That is the reason polar protic solvent in SN2 mechanisms is not used. In SN2 reaction, polar protic solvent is not used. It will not favor. So SN2 mechanisms, SN2 reactions are always favored by polar aprotic solvents. Is it clear, my dear students? So always remember, SN2 reactions are favored by polar aprotic solvent and SN1 reactions are favored by polar protic solvent, and this was the reason. Clear? Alright. So my dear students, we have discussed all the aspects of SN1 and SN2 reactions. In my next video, we'll discuss some other reaction mechanism of organic chemistry. With this note, today we'll stop it here. Thank you. Bye.